Welcome back again, Spirit fans, for yet another season preview. This time we're sitting down with women's basketball head coach Bob Henige. Bob, how are you today?
I'm doing great. How are you, Seth?
I'm doing great, thank you.
Good to be with you.
Glad you're here, and we're excited for yet another season for y'all. Last season you were undefeated headed into conference, played a lot of competitive games. It's a new look conference. Some of the teams you beat last year are in the conference. What are you excited about your team?
Well, the very thing you just said. It's a new year. It's a new era. Last year came in, took over a program where I only recruited one or two players, but they were amazing young ladies, and we really did well. We bonded pretty well. They understood the culture that was coming to the program, and I'm very excited for the growth of the future. We brought in, we almost doubled our roster this year. Brought in some internationals, brought in a lot of local high school kids. I'm really big on recruiting in state here. Some good talent, some great young ladies, and the future looks bright.
How's everybody bought into your culture, right? You still have some of the players left over from last season and from a previous program, but they seem to really lock in. And then how are you getting them to buy in as well as the new players to buy right back in?
Well, that's a good question. I lean heavy, as good established programs do, I really lean heavy on my veterans. I was very lucky that I have 3 grad students that came back, and they got it. 2 of them were full-time players here from the start, and the other one was just 1 year shy, but played her whole career here. And they get it. And they play with love and passion for the game, and that's the whole key. If you love it, you're going to play it, and you're going to show it, when you play. And so they get in there, and we do a great thing. We're very positive, very optimistic on where we're going, but we're big on accountability. And it's not the coach so much holding you accountable as the team. And once you get a team to buy into a culture like that, sky's the limit.
Sky seems to be the limit for you this year as well, especially because you got a great group of returners, right? Players like Bree Humphreys, who's back NCCAA All-American, Angel Adelman, who is a great guard for you. Bringing back some of those longtime veterans, as you were talking about, like a Michaela Holdhouse. Who are some of those returners that you're really excited to see back?
Well, those 3 in particular are amazing. I mean, obviously, you're happy to have an All-American back, and I've got her for 2 years, and she's just amazing. She's learning every day. She's a 2-sport athlete, and she crushes it at both. If I'm not mistaken, I think she got that same award on the softball side. Yep. So that's just testament to who she is as a person. When I first met Bree, I met all my players through FaceTime video. And I had to cut the conversation 3 minutes into it, and I said, hold on, you're that kid that wants to be an All-American. And boy, she made me look like I knew what I was talking about. But Michaela Holthouse, Marley Johnson, Sierra Kaiser, Angel Adelman, Tiana Sledge. Tiana Sledge may be one of the best athletes in the whole conference. She can get downhill real nice, and she can play the big, but she's so daggum quick, we're going to move her out to the guard a little bit and just let her get downhill. So those 6, I really had 6 starters because there was different times last year where we would just mix it up based on who we're playing. So I'm looking for them for a lot of early leadership, but they're going to be pressed pretty good with some newcomers that we got coming in. I've got a freshman, her name's Mia Breezemeister, and she's tough. She's tough as nails, and she's going to be in the mix early. Same thing, she plays fast, and that's what we're looking to do. She can get the ball down court, and she just have a knack to get to the rack. And she also shoots the 3 very nice. I've also got a couple new ones that we brought in. Elena Martinez, she was a fallout from USK. They closed their doors, and we were very lucky to get her here right away. Just coincidentally, her and Brianna Humphreys are pretty good friends, so I hope we get that same result. But she can really knock down the 3. She has an incredible knack for running a floor. Then we come in with Peyton Sheridan. She was a gift to us over the summer, and she brings a lot of hard work, a lot of intensity, and just a love and passion for that game. So I've been very lucky that we've got some great players coming in like that. Janice O'Lee's another one that we got out of Mesa. We love to recruit local JUCOs as well, and Corey does a great job over there. And Janice O'Lee's going to come in and give us that deep threat 3 ball that we really were looking for.
Yeah, you guys got a lot of great talent returning and new. And last season, you guys were learning to win. You had a lot of wins in that non-conference season. You were neck and neck with some of the best teams in the country. And this year, it feels like you're taking what you learned and now trying to find that consistency. What are some of those things you guys learned last year that are going to lead to consistency and what we hope is a GSAC playoff berth?
Well, you hit it on the head. Consistency is key. whether you're consistently bad, you're consistently average. We like to use the word be consistently elite. And that's what we really learned last year. We've got to be consistent. We can't come out, we're playing Masters who won the whole conference last year, and we're down to a last-second shot at their place. And this is a team that beat us by 25-30, 2 games in a row the season prior. So we're learning how to finish, and we're learning that we've got to trust one another, trust the system, and just go hard. And that's tough, because when you come in with a new coach and a new program, sometimes you've been playing till now you're 21, 22, 23, and to buy into a whole new style of play can be pretty tough, because you've learned not bad habits, just different habits. So what we've learned is that we've got to take what we believe to be true and maybe shelf it for what's true for this team. And that's one of the greatest testaments to the returners that we got. I got a couple that were coming back. May Diegas is one that came back as well, coming off of 2 years of injury, and now she's into her 3rd year, but she's really on freshman eligibility, and she's really pumped and excited to give us some play because she wants to win. And that seems to be the genre going across the whole thing, is that our players want to win, so we learned how to take that hunger and put it to work on the floor to get us the production to get that end result.
You guys have a good chance to get the end result you're looking for early on. You take a road trip to Northern California to play Pacific Union and Cal Maritime. What do you know about those 2 teams in the Cal Pac?
Well, just like us last year, a lot of people, we got picked dead last in GSAC. And GSAC, hands down, one of the toughest conferences in the country. We sent 5 to the national tournament. There ain't many conferences that do that. We were very proud of the fact that even though we went over, and I'm not afraid to say it, in conference, but we were right there at every game. It was teams that we're playing, down to the wire, and there's some quality teams that now moved up to Division II. So that tells you where the talent of the GSAC is. But Pacific Union, great program, new head coach, turnaround of a lot of players. Unfortunately, the only players they kept were their 3 top players. So they're coming back ready to put up numbers, and it's going to be a tough test for us right away. But you get better by playing better teams. And a lot of people are going to look and say, well, your record, their record, that has nothing to do with it, especially when you got 2 up-and-coming programs. The competition, we're both going to come in hungry. So my expectation is to go over there and just execute and continue on the path that we've been. We've had an amazing preseason, not just on the court, but off the court as well. And then go ahead and take care of work on Thursday and Friday, and then finish up with Cal Maritime, who's always tough. It doesn't matter what their preseason was. They're just their makeup of who they are. They're always going to play you tough.
Talked about how you played some teams that were preparing for Division II last year. You get to play a team that is even one more level up than that. Following your road trip to Northern California, you make a trip to Southern Utah on Wednesday, November 30th. Why are those games so important to your program?
Well, it's kind of a testament of where you're going and where you're growing. And I think last year that would have been a tough battle. I probably wouldn't have taken it. This year, I think that we have the mental capacity to go in there and play against an NCAA Division I, coming out of the WAC conference, which is a great conference. CBU, Cal Baptist University, took a team to the tournament last year out of the WAC and played against UCLA and did real well. So we're looking to go against better teams. You get better by playing tougher teams. And I'll be honest with you, it's something, and no disrespect to anybody we play, but we go into every game looking to win. And I think we've got the capabilities of going in there. We go about 8, 9 players really solidly deep. And the good thing after that is our next end of the bench, depending upon what we need, we can look down to our 13th, 14th man and say, get in and do the job we call for you, and they'll do it. So that's when you know you're really starting to build a program. And we do. We celebrate each other real nice, and it'll be real good. And I'm not going up there just to do a good showing. I'm going up there to win a game.
Yeah, it would be great to see you guys win that game.
I'm not sure, but I'll let you check it. Would that be our first NCAA win?
It would be.
All right,
yes,
let's put that on our box that we got to check.
I'd love to check it.
Let's do it.
Get a chance to check it early. You want to talk about programs that are building. It'll be Noble University on November 5th for the home opener. A brand new program. What's it like when you play a program that, you talk about building programs, right? Like a Pac Union, a Cal Maritime, who's been in the NAIA a long time. We're talking about, hey, here's a new basketball program we're building. What do you expect when you play those types of schools?
Well, you don't know. You really don't know. I'm an old guy, been around for a minute, so I know a few people, and you kind of learn tendencies of coaches and players, but I really know nothing about it. The thing that's kind of scary is we came in hungry last year. We went 10-0 to start. and we just played hardball, and that's what it is. Sometimes when you have nothing to lose, those are the ones to worry about the most. And Noble's coming in just trying to get their name on the map and grow. So I wasn't afraid to take them. It's tough, I'll be honest with you, because of our facilities and our home crowd and what we have. We're a tough team to place, men and women, at a home game. So it's tough to get people to come play us here. But we're going to keep trying. Noble said, let's step out and do it. And we're probably going to do something long-term with them because I think they're going to be pretty good. And it's going to be a tough test for us. But hopefully we'll get a W on that home opener and start to build that pride that we want to have long-standing here at OUAZ.
Yeah, we're excited to have our Spirit fans out on November 5th. Before we wrap up today, is there anything you want to say to those Spirit fans?
Well, I'll tell you what, between football, I mean, we've got amazing students. We've got just some talent across the board, whether it's on the golf team or we got on the football team, volleyball. Last year with beach, we go down to the wire for a national championship. And that's just a telltale of now a 6th-year school. To be in that kind of realm is almost unspeakable. So I just really want to see that continued growth and pride in the school. We've got it from the administration going down. I mean, for a guy that just came here last year, and you're seeing the president of the university sitting in the stands just cheering. That's awful nice. And you see it from the profs. The parent support is great. We had one game, though, last year. We had our football team in there. I'll tell you what, those guys were just nuts. And it was great. And we ended up hitting a buzzer beater to take down Ben Yu, who's new to the GSAC this year. And it was good because, one, we got to show many facets that here, we get put in that moment. How are you going to respond? And it was beautiful. It was just a nice, they executed the play exactly the way they should, let the ball fly, fell through the net with the buzzer, and that football team just crashed the floor. And that's a moment that'll go down in history for me. And I think we just need to continue to build on that. And as they do it for women's basketball, last year we were at every volleyball game and every softball game, and we're going to continue that on because that's just the pride of the Spirit.
Yeah, we're looking forward to continuing to build that pride. Those games are great. It's almost weird, right? When nothing else is going on other than basketball, we have great crowds, and we can get them out, and we're going to keep building
it's nice.
those crowds.
It's awful nice. It made me feel very blessed and very lucky that God's hands were on me to get me out here because I think there's really something special here at Ottawa. And my parting comment here would be, let's keep spreading that word. Local schools, I get out to Shadow Ridge, I get out here to all the local high schools just in the Surprise area, but we get out to Mesa, Tempe, Chandler, and we want to get some homegrown kids out here and really show the talent that Arizona has.
Yeah, well, you'll have a chance to showcase that starting on October 24th and in your own gym on November 5th. Bob, thank you so much for your time.
Thank you, Seth. I appreciate it.